Hello, I am Catherine. As you know, I make videos in English, German and Greek. And you find them in my website, but also in my other channel, Makt Jesu. And as you know, if you have seen some videos, I speak a lot about end time. I try to explain the world situation with the Bible. How many of you have seen the picture President Trump as Pope? Many people were, I think some were laughing and many were angry because they don't understand. President Trump wanted through this picture to send us a message that the next Pope will be an American. You know, the elite, before she brings something, she warns, she tells what she will bring, but people normally don't give attention. How she shows us what she will bring? For example, through movies. You see Hollywood. They bring us for many years now what will come in the future. I heard about Matrix or Minority Report. I did, and many others. I didn't see these videos, these movies, because I can't see violence or crazy things, but for the people who have seen them, they know what is coming, what they prepared for us. And President Trump, he doesn't fight the elite. He is part of the elite. It's coming exactly as the Lord showed me in 3 dreams about President Trump, and I spoke about this many times. Today, and for the whole week, there is in Basel in Switzerland, the Eurovision Song Contest. Some people, thousands of people will go to see some crazy people and crazy songs and so. But the lefties and the Muslims who go almost every Saturday to the streets to demonstrate against Israel, they warned they want to hinder that Israel partake in this song contest. And so now we must see what will happen. The leftists and the Muslims, they can do in Europe and in the West what they want. Our governments, they will tell us through the mass medias, the medias of the elite, that the far right, they are dangerous for our democracy. Oh yeah. And so the Omas, the old women in Germany, go out to demonstrate against the far right. But they don't see that the leftists and the Islamist is the same, there is no difference, that they are the danger or also a danger. They misuse our democracy to bring communism. The leftists dream from communism and the Muslims dream from caliphate. So they use our democracy to destroy the democracy and to bring their plan. Communism and Islamism work together. We will see how long they will work together. Because the leftists have no moral laws. When you live, you abandon God. You are like a leaf in the wind. So you see what is happening. I ask you, especially young people, how many of you went to the streets to demonstrate against Hamas, against Hezbollah, against Al-Qaeda, against Boko Haram, who kill Christians in Nigeria every year, thousands of Christians? How many of you students in America, in Canada, in Australia, in England, in Europe, went out to demonstrate against Boko Haram, who kill so many Christians, against Al-Shabaab, against all these criminals, all these Islamic terror groups who kill mostly Christians? Of course, also other people, because they don't have moral. Nobody went out against Hamas or all these groups. They speak about genocide. What do you mean? The genocide of Christians in Nigeria? Is this what you mean? The genocide of people in Yemen? Oh, they are Muslims against Muslims. We don't care. We go out only when Israel is involved. And when Christians are killed or Jews, who cares? And you come and tell me that the elite is Jewish. Are you crazy? The Muslims, Islam, tell us in so many videos that they want Sharia, that they want caliphate. Now they prepare caliphate in Texas. But I thought Texas is the Christian, the Bible Belt in America. What is doing the government in Texas? And what is doing President Trump? He's a Christian. Really? So the Muslims tell us the elite are Jews. They want to control the world. Who wants to control the world? Islam. Edom. And I spoke in 6 videos about Edom, the brother of Jacob. Jacob is the father of the Jews. Edom was his twin brother, but he lived where is today Jordan, the state of Jordan, Edom, Ammon, Moab, and Edom. These 3 are the state of Jordan. But when the Babylonians came and took the Jews prisoners and killed many of them, Esau didn't help his brother, the opposite. He encouraged the enemy to kill them and to behead, to kill the babies, and Edom. And then when the Jews were in Babylon, they took parts of their country and lived there until the Maccabees came, and they told them, you have to decide, you become Jews or you go. And so the Edom became Jewish, but not really. They hate Israel with a perpetual hate. And this is why God says, I hate Esau. I hate Edom. And then the Romans came, the Rome Empire, took over also Israel, and they put in power the Edomites above Israel. Herod. All this dynasty of Herods were Edomites. In the time of Jesus, until 70 AD, when Jerusalem and the temple were destroyed by the Roman general Titus. Then the Jews, but also the Edomites, went to the whole world, and the Edomites were friends with Rome. Rome is Edom, and Edom is today, and for many thousands of years, 2,000 years now, Rome. So you see, they are now everywhere, of course, as Jews, in the politics, in economy, in banks, Federal Reserve Bank, and. But the world doesn't know the difference. So they tell the Jews who want to control the world. No, it is Edom. Edom is doing all these things, many things you say, oh, how is it possible? Wars and this and that. Edom used America to used and still used to make its wars. So you see so many things. But most of the people are so occupied with entertainment. Edom give us a lot of entertainment. Hollywood, all these movies, and more immoral, without moral. They are everywhere today. We see our universities. You see in America, they took over the Columbia University again. Who are these people? Edom. You see these Arabs people, these sympathizers or even terrorists, people of Hamas, who come to America, who come to Europe, who come to the West and indoctrinate our young people. It happened already. Our universities are full of communism and Islamism. They indoctrinated our people. And so you see the young people go out for Hamas against Israel. Are you crazy? One day these people will behead you and your family. Do you know that? You are blind to see that. And we see especially black people, colored people. They don't know history. They don't know some things. They told them the whites are the bad. Islam is the good. Go out for Hamas. Go out for the Palestinians. But the Palestinians are Arabic migrants of Israel, because all the empires came through Israel. The Babylonians, the Assyrians, the Persians, the Greeks, the Romans, the Osmanians, the Ottoman Empire, all these were in Israel. Israel was again and again occupied. And finally, Jerusalem was destroyed, and the Jews were not allowed to live in Jerusalem. Perhaps in whole Israel, I am not sure. And so we have today Edom in Rome, and with Rome I mean Europe and America, Canada, Australia. We have Edom in the Vatican, we have in Edom everywhere. But the people are blind, and they are so manipulated by the mass medias. We must fight the anti-Semitism. No, we don't fight anti-Semitism. Edom opened the doors in Europe and America to bring people, millions of people who hate Israel, and not only Israel, also us, everybody who is not Muslim. So Edom is very active through Rome, through many governments, many countries. When you see hate against Israel, you know this is Edom. Today I want to read a very special prophecy, the second book of Ezra or Esdra. You know, he was a priest, he was also prisoner, but then Cyrus and others, the kings of Persia, allowed the Jews to go back and rebuild the temple and the city of Jerusalem. So Ezra, we have in our Bibles, Ezra, the first book of Ezra, and then Nehemiah and so on. But there is also a second book of Ezra, and in King James Bible, but the old one you find in the internet of 1611, you find in the Apocrypha, you find the second Ezra. Ezra was weeping for his people because his people were so under oppression. And God showed him many things. And this prophecy I will read now is very special. And many tried to explain, but I think nobody can really 100% explain this prophecy. We can explain some things, but not really everything. I begin to read. Then saw I a dream, and behold, there came up from the sea an eagle, which had 12 feathered wings and 3 heads. And I saw, and behold, she spread her wings over all the earth, and all the winds of the air blew on her, and were gathered together. And I beheld, and out of her feathers there grew other contrary feathers. You see here 3 heads, and here the wing with 12 feathers, and between them contrary feathers, and they became, but her heads were at rest. The head in the midst was greater than the other, yet rested it with the residue. Moreover, I beheld, and lo, the eagle flew with her feathers, and reigned upon earth, and over them that dwelt therein. And I saw that all things under heaven were subject unto her, and no man spoke against her, no, not one creature upon earth. And I beheld, and lo, the eagle rose upon her talons, and spoke to her feathers, saying, Watch not all at once, sleep every one in his own place, and watch by course. But let the heads be preserved for the last. It means for the last times. And I beheld, and lo, the voice went not out of her heads, but from the midst of her body. And I numbered her contrary feathers, and behold, there were 8 of them. I am not sure if the 8 were on this side or this side. And I looked, and behold, on the right side there arose one feather, one of the 12, and reigned over all the earth. And so it was that when it reigned, the end of it came, and the place thereof appeared no more. So the next following stood up and reigned, and had a great time. And it happened that when it reigned, the end of it came also, like as the first, so that it appeared no more. Then came there a voice, and unto it, and said, and hear you, that you have been born to rule over the earth so long. He speaks to the second feather. This I say unto you, before you begins to appear no more. So God says, before you disappear also, like the first, I speak to you. There shall none after you attain unto your time, his time, neither unto the half thereof. What does it mean? Nobody after you will reign so long time. Oh, moment. Then arose the third, and reigned as the other before, and appeared no more also. So went it with all the residue, one after another. They disappeared. Then I beheld, and lo, in process of time, the feathers that followed stood up on the right side, that they might rule also. And some of them ruled, but within a while they appeared no more. For some of them were set up, but ruled not. After this I looked, and behold, the 12 feathers appeared no more, nor the 2 little feathers. And there was no more upon the eagle's body, but 3 heads that rested, and 6 little wings on this side. Then saw I also that 2 little feathers divided themselves from the 6. Here are 6. The 2 goes on this side and remained under the head that was upon the right side. For the 4 continued in their place. So here now are 4. And I beheld, and lo, the feathers that were under the wing thought to set up themselves and to have the rule. And I beheld, and lo, there was one set up, but shortly it appeared no more. And the second moment, was sooner away than the first. And I beheld, and lo, the two that remained thought also in themselves to reign. And when they thought, behold, there awakened one of the heads that were at rest. It was in the midst, for that was greater than the other two heads. And then I saw that the two other heads were joined with it. So the three come together. And behold, the head was turned with them that were with it, and indeed eat up the two feathers under the wing that would have reigned. So the middle eagle eat the two feathers who went from here to here so they can reign. But this head put the whole earth in fear and bare rule in it over all those that dwelt upon the earth with much oppression, and it had the governance of the world more than all the wings that had been. And after this I beheld, and lo, the head that was in the midst suddenly appeared not more like as the wings. Everything disappeared, the middle eagle and the feathers. But that there remained the two heads, right, left head, which also in like sort ruled upon the earth, and over those that dwelt therein. And I beheld, and lo, the head upon the right side devoured the other upon the left side. So the eagle of the left, of the right, eat the eagle of the left. Then I heard a voice which said unto me, Look before you, and consider the thing that you see. And I beheld, and lo, as it were a roaring lion chased out of the wood. And I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle, and said, Hear, you, I will talk with you, and the highest shall say unto you, Are you not it that remain of the four beasts whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? God used empires to bring the end of the time. And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much, it's going quickly, over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. For the earth have you not judged with truth. Moment. Yeah. with deceit. And for the earth have you not judged with truth, for you have afflicted the meek, you have hurt the peaceable, peaceable, you have loved liars, you destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, you have cast down the walls of such as did you not harm. Therefore is your wrongful dealing come up unto the highest, and your pride unto the mighty. The highest also has looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. And therefore appear no more, you eagle, nor your horrible wings, nor your wicked feathers, nor your malicious heads, nor your heartful claws, nor all your vain body, that all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from your violence, and that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her. And what is the interpretation? And it came to pass, whilst the lion spoke these words unto the eagle, I saw, and behold, the head that remained, and the four wings appeared no more. And the two went unto it, and set themselves up to reign, and their kingdom was small and full of uproar. And I saw, and behold, they appeared no more. And it, moment. And the whole body of the eagle was burned, so that the earth was in great fear. Then awakened out of the trouble and trance of my mind, and from great fear, and said unto my spirit, Lo, this have you done unto me. He means therefore, moment. He asked God to show him the last times, and God give him the interpretation of the vision. This is the interpretation. The eagle whom you saw come up from the sea is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of your brother Daniel. But it was not expounded unto him, therefore now I declare it unto you. It's not interesting. It was always written who are the other kingdoms. Babylon, Persia, Greece, the three, but never the fourth. But it was expounded unto him, therefore now I declare it unto you. Behold, the days will come that there shall rise up a kingdom upon earth, and it shall be feared above all the kingdoms that were before it. In the same shall 12 kings reign, one after another. The second shall begin to reign, and shall have more time than any of the 12. And this do the 12 wings signify, which you So the middle head reigns with the 12. And for the voice which you heard speak, and that you saw not to go out from the heads, but from the midst of the body, this is the interpretation. That after the time of that kingdom there shall arise great strivings, and it shall stand in peril of falling. Nevertheless, it shall not then fall, but shall be restored again to his beginning. And whereas you saw the 8 small under feathers sticking to her wings, this is the interpretation. That in him shall arise 8 kings, whose time shall be but small, and their years swift. And 2 of them shall perish, the middle time approaching, for 4 shall be kept until their end begin to approach. Moment, it comes. For these are they that shall accomplish his wickedness, and that shall finish his last end. And whereas you saw that the great head appeared no more, it signifies the middle head, that one of them shall die upon his bed, and yet with pain. For the 2 that remain shall be slain with the sword. For the sword of the one shall devour the other, but at the last shall he fall through the sword himself. This is the anointed, that the highest has kept for them and for their wickedness unto the end. He shall reprove them and shall upbraid them with their cruelty. For he shall set them before him alive in judgment, and shall rebuke them and correct them. For the rest of my people shall he deliver with mercy, those that have been pressed upon my borders, and he shall make them joyful until the coming of the day of judgment, whereof I have spoken unto you from the beginning. So God will look for his people. And God said, don't write it down only for the people, for some people, but not for everybody. Now we are in the last days, and we will begin to understand more of all this. I think nobody can really understand, but the next time we will try to understand some things. Goodbye, God bless you.